Hello, everybody. Good evening. My name is Juliet Kojude. I am a nurse consultant by profession, but I'm a digital learning professional. Um, I am an AI enthusiast. I have a bit of learning. I've done some learning in AI, and I am more interested in how people work efficiently and effectively. So today I'm going to take you through AI application in journalism. I'll do my best to digest what it is that I have on my slide as quickly as possible. And I hope it's going to be an interactive section, but I'll give time at the end of the discussion for a question and answer. So if you have any question, you can put it in the chat or jot it down. I mean, when I'm done, I'll give like 10 minutes for questions and answers. So um just have some patience for me and follow me on this journey. This morning we've been discussing AI in military, AI in business, and we just finished AI for actress. So I know journalism is something that is of interest because we all rely on journalism for our day-to-day activity and how the country is moving and all the issues we have in our country and worldwide. So let's look at a few things that we'll discuss. We have a few AI tools. We have introduction to AI in journalism. We had automated content creation and creation. We also have ethical considerations. We have the future trends, and then we have one case study for journalism. So, when we look at the introduction, journalism is all about reporting news item. I mean, telling people the stories, and AI is trying to make the work a bit comfortable and efficient by revolutionizing news reporting by generating automated content based um, on data analysis and also natural language processing. You see, what we do previously was more of using our brains, more of putting in a lot of energy, more of sending people to follow people, more of sitting down and researching on other news items that look like yours. But now, the automation has now become the order of the day because of AI. So we have tools that can help you to generate content, compare your data, and then the natural language processing. We also have AI content creation. The algorithm will help you to create content by analyzing user preferences. So you can actually go onto this tool and find out what people are more interested in. Those of us who are more social media content, we have places we go to and see what people are more interested in to create content so that you can generate some money. And some of these stories will help you for personal feeds. It will give you more information on what you are doing so that you just don't create content that is not paying. We also have AI for fact checking. So we have stories and we have stories. We have people who bring out stories, and by the time you realize it's not good stories. Some of us referenced some stories some time ago, and it wasn't a true story. So you can actually detect misinformation, contributing to better journalism practice. So even with education, we also have where you can check content, like humanize the content and check the content so that you present your work or your research work as humanly as possible. So the same way we have all these things, but at the end of the day, we have AI fact checking. So before you bring out your news item, you can check your facts. All right. So sorry, I cannot move my slides. Just hold on for me. So we have summarization using AI, and then we also have we have extractive summarization technique where we apply AI algorithm for key sentences and phrases from text to produce a concise summary. So some people really will do summary, but you read the summary, you cannot get the actual point. So we have AI tools that summarize that for you very well, your content very well by the AI algorithms. We also have abstractive summarization methods. People need to rephrase content. People need to humanize it as much as possible. People need to put it in an abstract form, but in a human form, interpreting the human form. So all these things, we have tools that we use to make it that. We also have multimodal summarization, where you use both media types. You use text, you use images, you also use videos, and then you provide comprehensive and coherent summaries. So I remember when I used to be in school, summary was one of my challenges because you want to put all the ideas together, but you are finding what is very important and what is relevant to what is at stake. So now you can actually sit back and let AI do that for you. But because you know your content, you can review it and humanize it as much as possible. So the role of AI in journalist workflow. So I know the journalists have some work to do, and one of the things they do is research. They research different stories and put them together for it to become a whole story. Even if you are an eyewitness, I mean, you need the facts to put together to be able to come out with the story or in-depth reporting of the incidents. So that is one of the things. But now you can do an automated research. You can have AI tools that would research the facts around the whole thing, compare what other people have written for you. We also have data-driven storytelling. I mean, just by giving us the text, you can also give us something in graph, something in chat, so that we are able to visualize what you are saying. Then we also have personalized audience engagement. So the audience engagement, AI tools help journalists to understand the interest. As I said before, and journalism is not like as open as before. You need to get interest, you need to get content delivery well so that people are able to engage in whatever you also want to present. AI tools for news gathering and verification. We are looking at automating the news aggregation and creation. So we have various tools where journalists can use. So at the end of my slides, I have given an example of tools for verification, tools for content generation, tools for, like, you can actually look through when we share the slides and see which one you can use for your everyday activity. We also have a real-time language translation for global coverage, so you don't restrict yourself to only one country. Now there are even a Bluetooth earpiece that can do translation for you to do whatever it is that you want to do in whichever language you want to do, so that you can enhance your coverage, you can enhance the scope of work. So for automated content creation, we have the AI generated news article, we have the content creation algorithm, and we have the quality control challenges. So with these AI generated news articles, as previous speakers have said, there are various tools you can put in for them to generate the articles for you, but you know already the data trends that we have in AI is not really Africa generated, because Africa, we don't put in a lot of data. So as a journalist or as a human being, you are supposed to look through the trends and make sure that you scale your content to whatever area you want to find yourself in, so that your journalism will be on top. We also have content creation algorithm that will provide you personal and diverse news experiences based on individual preference. Now, for quality control, we are looking at the standards in journalism. So every profession has some standards that you have to meet in that profession. So once you are using AI, that doesn't mean that you should bring down standards. So you are looking at the human judgment and then the moral aspect to be so essential in journalism. So those are the quality control challenges that we have in using the AI. But because the human brain is also working, we believe that once we are able to put these things together, we are able to solve that problem. So enhanced newsroom efficacy, yes, automated fact checking, data-driven insight, and workflow optimization. So some of the things that you do as a journalist to waste time researching and researching and researching, the AI tool can give you that part of the story in 10 or 15 minutes so that you are able to optimize your work as you are moving along with other things. So ethical implications and challenges. One of the major challenges everybody is talking about is job displacement concern. But if you look at the thing closely, my previous slide was telling you that you can actually expand your scope of work if you use AI. You can translate, you can do so many things. So once you are able to master in some of these tools, you'll be able to expand the work that you do and not limited to the previous traditional journalism role that we look for. We'll be looking for other things that will help us to be better journalists. So by the time you realize you are doing the same journalism but in another scope. So that concern and ethical implication like the bias, algorithm, and then the transparency and accountability. My previous presenters have already said it, that once you use AI, you can't say that you are not accountable for whatever the AI does. So if you give out misinformation, once you are the one behind it, you are supposed to be responsible and you cannot reference the AI. You reference a human being. So once you are referencing the human being and you are the one behind the story, you are the one going to be accountable for that. So let's look at some ethical considerations that I put here. So we have the ethical implications of AI generated content, like misinformation, like bias, like producing the content, the accountability, yes, the data privacy is another one, transparency, accountability, impacts on public trust. So once you start using AI, I remember somebody called me and was talking and was asking me whether she's talking to AI Juliet or she's talking to original Juliet. I mean, because some of the times I use some of the voices to do some of the things. So she doesn't even trust whether she's doing, but the content that the person is creating should be something that is not questionable. We have to win the trust of the media, even though we want to use AI. We have to win the trust of the audience, the people that we are talking to. So once you are using AI, in fact, bridging the gap and winning the trust is one of the things that is very important as part of your accountability. So let's look at some future trends. Now, AI is AI. I mean, you can't sit down and say that it's not happening. It's happening everywhere. I mean, when you even travel outside Ghana or you want to do anything, once you are a human being, you get to a point, maybe you want to eat. Now it's automated. You just go and stand in front of a board and you start putting in input, and by the time you realize it has gone to the one cooking the food. Previously, you stand in front of what's the name, a cashier or somebody at the reception, order your food, and then they'll give you receipt and all that. No, nowadays you just go stand in front of a board, a screen. You just input whatever you want to input. It will give you your bill. You either pay with a card, your phone, a cash, whatever you want to do. It gives you a receipt. The order is already gone. Does it mean that the people have lost their jobs? No, they have taken up new roles. So whatever it is, you meet it on the way. So it's better you brace up yourself. I mean, make it a point to learn some of these things to help your work. So evolution of AI in news creation. We have impacts of AI on media consumption habits. I mean, nowadays when people want information and they want it in bulk, they use AI to search for it. I mean, so if you put something there, somebody wants to put them together and see who has done the same work. It's quite easier to use AI to search for that. We also have ethical implications for reporting. We also have challenges in verifying AI generated content. So this is one of the things that is beating everybody up in all the sectors. So with teachers, with students, with journalists, with healthcare workers, with all the people have challenges with that. So now there are AI verifying AI generated content. So even if you're a student and you want to use AI, there is a tool that also verifies what you are doing. So now you can't just get up and go into onto any, whether Germany, whether chat GTP, whether what, to just go and do the thing and come and present it. No, now there are verifications, applications that you can run your work through, and then you can get it out as much as possible. We also have AI driven personalized news delivery. So people listen to content because of maybe a trending news or because of something engaging. So audience engagement is very, very important, and at this point personalized audience engagement. So it's very important to find out some of these things, even with those of us on social media. The creator insights and all that are ways of personalizing your content, getting insight on what people want, and so that you can generate your content. So this helps us to be able to generate content, not generating content in the dark and thinking that everybody likes your news item. No, that's not it. We have legal and regulatory considerations for AI journalism, and that is also um our legal framework and our regulatory framework, and this also runs across all the professions because it's a new item, and so they have to actually try as much as possible to break that gap. We also have the collaboration between AI and human journalists. I know that the human journalists will feel threatened, but the AI is there to help you with productivity and efficiency. One word that describe all these AI thing is efficiency. And efficiency will help you do something that you do in 2 hours, you do it in like 20 minutes. How comfortable would that be when you have time to do your other family things and your private things, when AI comes into place to help you? AI cannot do everything, but there are some things that AI can do. So we just need to do delegation, find out how the humans can actually collaborate with this machine so that they are able to help us creating new dynamics and challenges in in news production. We also have adapting to changing audience expectation. So now people are demanding real-time information. Gone were those days that when an information is there, it's 24 hours or 48 hours before you hear the whole story. Interactive news experience. People want to interact during news. So it is now time for us to work faster so that we can give real-time news and real-time information. And that is where AI will help you, because as a human being, you may be busy doing other things, and at that time, people needed the news. So AI can just put things together for you so that the news can come out as early as possible. Okay, so part of the future trends that we talk about is the role of AI in combating misinformation and fake news. AI augmented investigative journalism, where we can do a bit of data privacy, we can do the role of human intrusion, we can also do surveillance. I mean, you can do surveillance and then find out some of the issues in the society without the human beings actually putting themselves out there for danger. We also have adaptation of AI powered newsroom tools you can use to make your presentation good. Um, we also have ensuring editorial independence. So the AI can in the news production room can be challenging. So for transparency and safeguard of undue influence, AI will do it without the influence of human being. So that is also one thing that's distorting some of the information and making it look nice and all that. We get the information the way we are looking at it. And so discussing the future trends, we want storytelling, influencing interactive approach, narrative approach, the authenticity and the human creativity is one of the things that we'll be looking out for in future journalism. Even though there is a challenge, I mean, I'm sure that as time goes on, we'll be able to solve this problem with the challenge of AI and then the humans, whilst we can put this together in collaboration for a good storytelling. We also have safeguarding against propaganda. Would get some vigilance and some countermeasures to prevent a lot of propaganda activities. I mean, people sometimes will hype some news that is not really needed. It didn't really need hyping. So AI can also monitor that, all that for you. And then we also have redefining the role of journalists in AI landscape. As I said already, there are different roles coming out because of AI. One of the roles that is quite impressive now is the engineering, the prompt engineering, and how to word the things and all that. It is a new role. Data analyst, data driven specialist, all those kind of roles are also coming because of this. So as a journalist, you can also look at getting yourself into some of these roles so that you are relevant in the next 5 years. AI influence newsroom diversity and inclusiveness. This is a very important one. And news content and collaboration with people, diversity, inclusiveness, I mean representation. We will actually get to do a lot of things in the newsroom because when the AI is generating the information, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't say because I am of this tribe, I'm not going to add this information. No, it will give you all the information in diversity and inclusiveness as you need it. And then the content will be quite good. So we also have the role of AI in audience engagement. We have evolving models. We also have addressing concerns about AI, content personalization, and balancing the efficacy of human editorial judgment. So this is one case study that it spoke about. It's about generating automated news reporting process. So AI are used to create new news articles now, enabling faster reporting and covering of wider range of topics. So, if you're a journalist and you have just one news item, this time you may have 3 or 4 news item in a row because we have AI generated news article. We also have automated fast checking. Human error is quite reduced, and the credibility of the news is also increase. And the personalized news, the algorithm analyzes the user preference to deliver tailored news content. So to enhance user engagement and satisfaction, people measure the satisfaction of um, audience engagement. So some of these things, once you are able to personalize the news, and AI does that so well. So in the outside world, you see that their maps are going so high, but very soon it will get to a point where people will demand some form of news, and the media houses will be forced to give some of these news, and AI would help you very well because if you are not even into that news item, you'll be able to solve personalized problems and beef up the engagement of people with some of the media houses and the prints. So we have enhanced data analysis, and now we all rely on data. We all rely on data-driven insights. I mean, you use the data to create your content. So once you are able to get your AI to give you some information. You use the AI to monitor, so monitor and evaluate your data, and then you always be relevant in the news space. So improving audience engagement is one of the things that we also look at. In addition to all the work we do as journalists, and improving audience engagement is where everybody is going. Improving the patient engagement, improving the audience engagement is all what everybody is talking about because AI is more of machines and they want to engage a lot of human beings in this space. So improving engagement is one of the highest item on the list right now with this all these AI things. So interactive storytelling, real-time content creation, predictive analysis for audience behavior. So in one news item, you can put it in some AI tool and it will tell you how audience will behave because of their preferences. So those are things that we need to watch out for as journalists as we are moving on to the next few years. So enhancing investigative journalism, I spoke about that already. Fake detection, data mining. I mean, data mining is one of the things that take almost our time when we are doing any work, whether research, whether presentations. You can do data mining the whole of the week just to get something to present. But now with the evolving AI, you are able to take some rest on your mind so that AI can do this for you. So we also have pattern recognition so that we are able to detect fraud. So if somebody is presenting fake things all this while fake, we'll be able to like isolate that person, and that person will be sorted out, because some of these things it has some legal implications and it also have some financial issues for them. So once you are able as a company or as a media house to detect some of these things, you are able to free yourself from all these legal matters. So our ethical considerations, we go through that already. Our future implications is on employment, new skills in journalism for employment, the dilemmas where we have to take the decisions, the societal perceptions. That is why we are doing all those AI courses, so that people are aware of what is in the system. And we want to just take away some misinformation, so that you get the right information, so that you're able to make choices and you're able to make decisions on your career. And we also have a continual evolving of the AI journalism tools. I said that at the end of my slide, there are some tools there, but there are also some that are still evolving, because whilst people use them, there is always improvement. So I had a graph here. I'm not sure it's showing too well, but it is talking about what the issues are right now, the employment, the considerations, the investigative journalism, so as a when these are the graph and the issues. So once you are able to get data like this and you see this as a high content, this as a low content, you are able to look through this graph and say, okay, we need to tackle these issues and these issues and these issues, and those are the things that will help our audience, and those are the things that will generate the fans for us. So these are some of the things that will help us in the next 5 years. So some useful AI tools, I have the ChatGPT OpenAI, the Westman, the Query by Narrative Science. We also have the data analysis visualization. We have the data reboot. We have the Tableau. We have the Google Data Studio. Like you have a lot depending on what you want to use it for. So if you want the natural language processing, you have some examples of tools that are doing that already, and so there are also more. There are more that are being developed. Some of them are premium, some of them are free, some of them cannot be accessed in Ghana, some of them can be accessed in Africa, some of them can be accessed. So depending on what you want to use it for, you may get access to some of these tools to make your work quite easier. Keep on reading, keep on exploring. I mean, there are so many things that will make your work efficient, and they are so that you get the quality of life that you want to get to, so that you don't also use your whole time doing a lot of work and getting too much stress and coming to the hospital. So with this one, I want to say a big thank you for listening. I mean, I'll pause here for any questions that will come my way, so that we can round up the section for today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Juliet. Appreciated. I followed up closely and I enjoyed it. But I have a question that I want to ask. With regards to the news, these days we've seen news um, that have been, produced using AI. Um, Typically, I've seen on some TV stations, like for instance, Joy News, that they will give you a news items and telling you that please be careful of this news. These are not our people. These are not our real journalists. They are actually cloned. Uh, what should we be? Because I think it was 3 days ago or so that I saw a news also on Facebook, and then it says that Bolare has been arrested by Bank of Ghana for so when I saw the news I was alarmed. I said, hey, Bolare Pan. And they said he was picked up during the news, headlines. So I quickly rushed to click on the link. Some people who are popular like that. And mind you that this is actually on Facebook. And and when I saw it, it looked so real to me. So I click on it because I wanted to see whether this is a fact. When I click on it, it took me to a platform, and all of a sudden I saw Ghana Web, Ghana Web's what do you call it, a news banner at the top there. Again, I, as an IT person, I could have checked the link properly, but I was driven by the news. I was driven by the news to read whether what they are saying is true, because I don't see why the man was arrested by what do you call it, saying something. Where's the mic? His mic was off. I mean, that's how they put the thing.
Yeah.
Where's their offline? When they're offline, he didn't know that his mic was actually on, and then he said the thing in the air, and everybody heard it, and the Bank of Ghana came to pick him up, and I was like, whoa. So I went there, read through the entire news. When I was getting to the bottom part of the news, then they started talking about uh, what do you call it, cryptocurrencies. He invested his money in cryptos, and then I said, no, 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 no. These people, they have fooled me. These people
Yeah,
have
yeah,
really,
yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's so serious. It's getting serious. What do you tell
No,
us about this? What do you do?
yeah,
What do
that's
people do?
why that's why we need some form of regulation and some form of checking. I mean, you see, if we have a tool for this verification, that is why we are in for curbing misinformation. So we have a checker that you can copy the link and put it inside so that you are able to check whether the news item is good or not. It's all based on the fact that we don't have any regulation in this area because it's new. People have challenges like that just because the regulation is not clear and straightforward. People are trying some of the tools. People are trying to get their feet on the ground, but the accountability aspect is also there where this particular news item, if you wanted to sue, you wanted to verify, you wanted to, yes, you hold the person accountable because obviously somebody wrote that news item, somebody put it out there. So that person should be accountable for that kind of news that is out there and causing everybody to stir up and be looking for bolare, and that is fear and panic. So if there is a law for that one, then you will be held accountable for it. That is why we are saying that yes, even though the AI has come, as we being human beings, we can regulate the information that comes out, and we can actually see fit and make sure that we are bringing out the correct items. If you think that the news item is that grave and too big, and you want an AI to verify that one for you, that is also there. But we cannot continue like this, because I'm sure this is the first time you're seeing this. The second time, the third time, I'm not sure you're going to take it lightly at all, because this trend will not continue with us. I mean, it will not continue. People will just get lose the trust. Let me put it that way: lose the trust that we have in the media, especially the space. If it's something that is continuous like that, people will not listen to this kind of news, because people struggle to listen to local news. They prefer listening to foreign news. But if local news is coming to us and is going to cause us fear and panic, we would redirect our attention to other places. That is where it is the responsibility of the journalists working there to make sure that they are bringing out news so that they can win the trust of us, the audience, who are going to listen to that news. I wish you can add something to this yourself.
Yeah. So it is true. That's the key. For me, is a great lesson for me.
Yeah.
Looking at that, I know of deep fakes, which the Joy News keep warning us about.
Yeah.
That we should be careful. That that the people who are talking are their people, but they are not. What they are saying are not things
Real.
that they have planted. Yes, they are not real. So for me, it's a regulatory thing, as you said, but I also we need to be very careful and also be meticulous in reading through things that
The
we see on
news.
social media
Yeah.
platforms.
Yeah.
Is one of my things that I educate people on is not to go and be clicking links anyhow, because I don't go ahead clicking links anyhow at all. But I don't know how I was actually fooled by clicking that link. I think
Yeah.
maybe because my personal attached to the person, and the way I portray him, and that he has been arrested for what? So I was trying to find out what exactly he was arrested for. All right. So that drove me to go and read the news and go to know that, oh, this is not true. And after reading the news, then I got to know that, oh, even the what's the
Banner
name?
headline. The banner headline.
Ghana Web News banner that they put there was fake. Then I looked down so I finished reading the news before looking at the links. Because when I saw the Ghana Web thing, it fools me. I was like, oh, okay, I was in the right page. Then I finished reading. Then I saw the crypto there and I said, no, how can Ghana Web be writing about cryptocurrency and be involving Bolare? Then I said, okay, let me look at the links. Yeah. Then when I saw the links, it was a total foolish platform that I've entered. So for me, we need to be very careful at this time in the advent of AI, because it's really a technology that is predictable and unpredictable. Let me put it that way. But its unpredictability is more than predicting it, because it's really a technology that is here to stay, and is really we need to work around it and making sure that we perfect its craft, and then we are good to go. Other than that, I'm sorry. Very soon you'll be out of job, you'll be out of the space. People would take you for a fool once these things are happening. Yeah, so thank you, Juliet. I don't know if there's any question coming in. Stephen Amwako and yes.
Please, I want to know if you have any other, I would say, platform where you can share, I would say, the recorded, I would say, lessons with us. Actually, I should have joined the one in the morning, but I missed the session. So I just checked. One was on. I decided to join.
Definitely, we're going to share the videos, all the lectures. We're going to put it all together and share with you in a link. So when you click on it, it takes you to the video for you to watch the, the sections. Again, tomorrow we have the sections, about 5 different sections tomorrow as well, just like we had today. So check your schedule and see those lectures that will be coming tomorrow and join appropriately. Interesting topics for tomorrow as well. So yes, you will get them. Thank you so much. As we said in some of the previous lectures, we said if you want to have a certificate for participation to show one day that you have attended a seminar or webinar like this, you never know, because it happens to me before, and it happens that I have to. I was actually given the role because I have attended those workshops, and I have to prove it that yes, I have attended with the certificate that was given to me. So it's key that certificates like this, we don't joke with them. We keep them for tomorrow's what do you call it, benefit. So we share the links there. When you click on the links, the schedule links, you will see in a tab where you can put in your name if you want the certificate, and we'll print it for you. We'll send it to you. It's an e-certificate kind, but the cost is 100 cedis for the set. And yeah, so we also have a link for those of you. I mean, we want to find out what exactly you've learned in the section, so you can see the next links over there, and then also share with us your impression about the lectures. Basically, we also have a platform called Africosity. So those of you who are knowledgeable enough in teaching or probably creating some content to be sold, you can push them onto our MOOC platform, more like Udemy and Coursera. We have that of the African continent one in Ghana, so you can have your content loaded to the platform, and we'll be able to sell them for you. So I'm sharing the links in a jiffy. Yes. Yeah, so you can also check our platform there to see what the course. So we have these courses there, which are cost for $10 each, but we're doing it for free. Actually, we're doing it basically for free. Just that the certificate is what we are costing. So thank you so much, Stephen. David, anything for us, or you're fine?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining. We appreciate it. I think we've been exhausted.
Thank you.
It was
very
a very exhaustive, training. The whole day was just back to back. So I know some of you have actually attended most of the sections, and it was tiring. Thank you so much for joining. Juliet, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow as well.
Thank you very much too.
Yeah, thank you. All the best. Bye-bye.